Imagine getting your tooth pulled out with no anesthesia or getting helped by a doctor who doesn't wash his hands when performing surgery. Welcome to 1800s medicine, where the medicine was so bad that people would rather pull out their own heart than see a doctor. And honestly, laughing, can't blame them. In this video, I am going to talk about horrifying medical procedures that you normally wouldn't think about. Surgery without anesthesia. You're a poor man in the 1800s and you just got enough money to buy a horse. You go on a ride and you fall off and break your leg. It gets infected. Oh, you've got no antibiotics, no clean water, and the infection's spreading. You hobble into town and the doctor says, "Welp, we're going to have to take the whole leg off." Now here's the part that'll make your stomach twist if you're not getting anesthesia. You're not even getting local numbing. You're going to be wide awake the entire time. At best, they might give you some whiskey and a stick to bite down on. That's it. Then they tie you down, grab a rusty handsaw, I'm not kidding, a literal handsaw, and they just start cutting. Fast. Because in the 1800s, a good surgeon was measured by how quickly he could saw off a limb. We're talking under a minute. 30 seconds. If he's a pro or an expert, ha ha ha. There are stories of doctors sawing through bone so fast the assistant had to catch the leg mid-air, like it was a sport. Can you imagine the screaming, the blood, the trauma? They weren't knocking you out. You weren't even numbed. You were just expected to tough it out and maybe survive. Maybe, because it doesn't end there. See, germ theory wasn't widely accepted yet. They didn't wash tools between patients, didn't wear gloves, didn't clean wounds properly. Some doctors would literally go from autopsy to surgery without washing their hands. So if the pain didn't kill you, the infection probably would. In fact, hospitals were nicknamed houses of death. If you went in for surgery, people just assumed you wouldn't come back out. And this wasn't some back alley quack doing it. This was normal. This was accepted medical practice. Honestly, it makes medieval barbers with leeches look like spa therapists. So you survived surgery in the 1800s. Congrats, you absolute warrior. But don't get too comfortable, because now your local doctor's got another bright idea. Let's fix your fever, your headache, or your existential despair by bleeding you. Literally. Welcome to the wonderful world of bloodletting, where you get sicker to get better. This wasn't some backwoods folk remedy either. This was mainstream. Rich people did it. Kings and queens did it. George Washington actually died from it. And the reasoning behind it? Pure nonsense. Doctors believed your body was ruled by something called the four humours: blood, phlegm, black bile, and yellow bile. If you were sick, they thought those humours were unbalanced. And since blood was the easiest one to remove, they went for that. So if you had a cold, fever, tummy ache, the cure was to slice open a vein and let the blood pour out. Or better yet, bring out the leeches. Those slimy little vampires were used all the time. Stick a few dozen on your arms, neck, or even eyelids. Let them suck the sickness right out of you. Not only was it disgusting, but it didn't work. I mean, sure, you might feel lighter after a session because you literally just lost a ton of blood. Patients would often faint or go into shock right there on the table. Some didn't wake back up. And they did this for everything. Depression, bleed EM, high blood pressure, more bleeding, insomnia. You guessed it, slice and drain. The problem was they had no concept of infection, immune response, or internal systems. They just thought, well, if something's wrong inside, let's drain some stuff and hope it helps. And if you didn't get better, that just meant they needed to bleed you again. It was like trying to fix a leaky sink by smashing it with a wrench. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you all in the next one. Peace.